Hola, people. Hello. How's everybody doing? I don't know about you, but I love the new countdown. It's a very 80s, has a very 80s vibe, and I love it. I just do. I hope you're doing well. Let me know what's up, what's going on in the comment section. We're gonna have fun this afternoon. We're going to enjoy ourselves. So remember to always feel okay with expressing yourself, sharing your thoughts. We're here to co-create this experience. It's not just about what I have to say or what I pick out or what Spirit tells me. It's about what Spirit tells you and what you share, and then the conversations that come after. So you are more than welcome and encouraged to participate if that's what you want. You don't have to, okay? Um, so yeah, I hope everyone's doing well. I'm trying to think. There was something else I wanted to share with you. Well, hello, Diane. There's something else I wanted to share with you. And I can't remember. Oh, this has nothing to do with the topic at hand or what we're going to discuss today, I don't think. But hello, Mona. Welcome. It's been on my mind a lot lately, and I want to share with everyone just because I can, and who knows, we talk to a lot of people, so hopefully someone may need to receive this. But I've had a lot of people talking to me about health and wellness and how, oh, it's probably so easy for you to do this or that. And y'all, it's a process, like health, wellness, getting fit, getting healthy, right? Getting healthy. It's a process. It's not easy. It's not, it's just a process. And so be forgiving of yourselves. And it's also something that we have to do every single day. I have to wake up every single day and I have to choose. I choose to work out or I choose not to work out. I'll be very honest with you. I've been having a hard time lately with my nutrition because we've had several deaths in the family and a lot of things uprooted. So a lot of things out of my control and a lot of things that I used as an excuse as well. And so I've had some really shitty food, but at the same time, I still work out and I'm not beating myself up over it. And I want everyone to understand that like our health and wellness is just something we have to take care of and show up for every single day. So it's not easy, but it is a challenge worth meeting, right? And it's not those changes, those shifts in our body and such are not going to happen overnight. And that's okay. And I've been lifting weights a lot. I've been doing a lot of things, and I feel like I should be somewhere different than I am, and I'm not yet. And that's okay. I know that I'm doing the work. Does that make sense? I know that I'm doing the work, just like when you choose to do the work for yourself. Like it takes consistency, and eventually that consistency will blossom into the results, right? So just know that our health and wellness, it's not easy, but it's something that again takes time. Okay, it takes time, and yeah. Well, hello, Catherine. Welcome. So now, with that little message being expressed, little ramble, the card. We are going to do the oracle card from the Halloween Oracle by Stacy DeMarco. If you want to see a picture of that, you can go to my Instagram. I put a picture. I put a picture up, so go ahead and do that if you want to do that. But the card is Skull of Light, Illumination. Skull of Light, Illumination. So, what is illumination expressed to you? And I'll read you the little tidbit of the Skull of Light. We can stay in the dark, exist only in the midnight hours, but shining the torch, the victory is ours. As the famous psychotherapist Jung suggested, knowing our own darkness helps us cope with the darkness of others. Taking the time to know thyself and to seek understanding of our more destructive and shadow natures can lead to huge happiness and less anxiety. Well, hello, Janie. The idea of being shown the way in the most difficult of times and always knowing that we are never alone in the darkness are the keys to this magical element. Light is usually a comforting thing, yet sometimes we do not really want to see the boogeyman under the bed. It is too scary, too big, and we know not how to defeat it. Yet, by simply shining the torch upon such darkness, the victory is ours. Should the skull of light enter your life, know that it is time to open yourself fully to the clarity of bright illumination. Allow yourself to be seen, to see and to act upon what is shown to you. The time has passed for hiding, for pretending, and for swallowing our discomfort by accepting the status quo when it really doesn't suit us. So, what does that say to you? How does that make you feel? Lighting the way? Absolutely. Um, I really like this. I really like it, especially with our tarot card. We'll discuss in a second. But what does this? What does this say to you? What pops up into your head? Go ahead and you can comment if you'd like, or write it down. Just take notes, whatever you prefer. But the Skull of Light and Illumination, I really appreciate it because it's expressing that sometimes that light comes from recognizing the darkness within us, or the darkness that we're going through. There's a period of darkness, right? That we all go through ever so often. And so that skull of light, the illumination, is the recognition, the awareness that I am going through something. And as I recognize that, I don't have to do this alone. And so when I recognize that, I'm aware that I can work through, I can come out, and that illumination, that understanding of my situation, it helps me to move through, to navigate the hard experiences that I may be having. Does that make sense? And so the skull of light with illumination, it's coupled with the King of Cups. So feel free to express your thoughts on the King of Cups if you'd like. The King of Cups, again, you don't have to know anything about tarot. Anything that pops up, kings are very royal. They have authority, and cups are emotions, our heart, relationship, spirituality, water, ebb and flow, all of that. And that is why that this video is titled "It is Time to Shine, Lead with Your Heart and Light the Path," right? Something of that nature, anyways. But it's time to shine, the skull of light, illumination. And then the King of Cups with this regalness, it's time to shine. The king knows themselves, right? The king is very sure of their position, their place. And so that is being inspired upon us, impressed upon us, where we know who we are. We absolutely do. And it is unearthed right now. And so it is important for each and every one of us to hold our space, to stand our ground, and to allow the truth of who we are, that light essence, right, to come through. And it is time for us to shine. So how can you shine in your life right now? Ask yourself that. Like, what can I do to shine? You don't have to dull your light. You don't have to dim your happiness, your excitement, your adventure. You don't have to. You shouldn't have to, for anyone in your life. It doesn't matter. If someone else is going through challenges, you should not have to downplay your successes, right? You just don't have to do that. And so the skull of light, it's like it's time to shine and lead with your heart. Kings are leaders, and your heart cups. Lead with your heart. So there's this space, emotionally balanced. Yeah, I like that. Absolutely. There is a space where it is time for us to understand what we feel, the relationships with self and divinity and spirit, right? And how to lead from a place of compassion, how to lead from a place of understanding, how to lead from a place of heart, right? And so that is important right now. Is we need to contemplate that. Like, how can I lead in my life from a place of heart? How can I shine? I have something to offer my world, and it doesn't have to be like life changing for other people. It simply has to be aligned with what you want for yourself. Does that make sense? And so live your life rooted in your own heart space. And so the King of Cups has this sort of like wise, again, looking forward, looking to the right, looking towards the future. And so testing these waters, understanding that life is about relationships, life is about ebbs and flow, life is about the rocky waters or whatever, the chalky whatever choppy waters, uh, and all of it. It's about all of it. And so we pay attention to the patterns. We pay attention to the things that we are processing, and we recognize that as we go through this experience, as we experience life, we have lessons that we have learned and lessons we can, utilize to again propel into the future, have a better relationship for what comes next. Does that make sense? So, um, another thing another thing with the King of Cups is that he's looking, or they are looking at the emotions, the abundance of the world, and what we may need. So there is this light, the skull of light illumination. There is this light being entered into our life right now, and so that light is like the light bulb, where it's, oh, I know something, like it's being activated, where we get this inspiration. So this is inspiration in our lives, okay? And then it has to do with our relationship. So right now we might want to focus on our relationships. It could be friendships, it could be romantic relationships, whatever, siblings, stuff, anything. What is going on in my heart right now? What is the relationship going on in there? The first relationship that I think of, maybe I need to pay attention to that. And how do I want this relationship to be in the next few months or the next few years, depending on the type of relationship. Because again, the King of Cups is looking towards the future, so we're planning. We're being aware that I need to be present emotionally, and I need to be very aware that this is a time of transformation. This is a time where we are being given insight into in ways to make our life better, our hearts better, right? Hopefully that makes sense. But that's what's coming up. Do you have any last minute thoughts? Do you have any last minute things you want to say about the King of Cups and the Skull of Light? I'm trying to think of anything else that I want to share. But I do feel with the King of Cups, there's a lot of there's a lot of holding space, being open to receive information, and do not be judgmental right now. Be aware of what the heart is expressing. Allow the heart to guide and illuminate our relationships right now in our life right now. And again, don't judge. Simply hold space for whatever is happening. And I feel for some, there's going to be some possibly like heavy, like emotional, conversations that need to take place. But just before you have those heavy conversations, think about the future of your relationship, whether you choose to part ways or not. But think about the future of the relationship and where you'd like to see it go. So when you enter the conversation, you're rooted in your heart space, where you know what, I don't want this relationship to end in a bad way. It may have to end, but we need to talk about certain things, and I want this to be in a good space. So I need to think about that before I enter this conversation. So I think that's going to come up as well for some people. But yeah, the Skull of Light, Illumination, and the King of Cups. If you want to see the picture of the Skull of Light card, it's on my Instagram. You can find that in the link in the description. And again, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you. And like, comment, share, all that shit, y'all. Please, I realize, like, I am not, my reach is severely limited. Facebook wants me to pay for boosting all this stuff, and I don't necessarily want to do that right now. I don't feel like I should have to, but it looks like they're going to be putting us in a position where we're going to have to do that in order to reach more people. So if you share the content, or you tag people that you like, or you think that they'll appreciate the daily deviance, that helps too. So if you want to know how to support these videos and future videos, feel free again to click the link in the description. And if you have any special requests for future videos, I'm open to hearing what you want. And if I can provide, I will do so. So again, thank you so much for sharing this time with me. I appreciate you all, and I will talk to you tomorrow morning. So enjoy the rest of your afternoon, evening, wherever you are. Just enjoy, okay? Thank you, and be blessed.